Once upon a time, long, long ago, the Pacific Ocean seabed began to expand eastward toward the North American continent. The collision of the Pacific Plate and the West Coast made the landscape buckle and bulge. Across eons of time, a new mountainous region arose, now known as the Klamath-Siskiyou. The Klamath-Siskiyou Mountains are still rising today in what is now southwest Oregon and northwest California. Water and wind have carved a tangle of deep river canyons with roaring rapids and wild salmon. Sprawled across 12,000 square miles, the region's nickname is the Klamath Knot. Due to the region's many rock types and climates, a rich array of plants and trees have evolved here. Hundreds of these plants grow nowhere else on Earth, and scientists regard the region as a hot spot for wildflowers and conifer trees.
The Klamath-Siskiyou region is really a nursery of ongoing evolution.
How does it trap the insects?
Appendages here are the ones that have a volatile substance that attracts the insects. Biologists for eons of time to come are going to come down here and look at this as a hotbed of evolutionary change. Insect fodder for the plant and the larvae, the living larvae that are in there too. Little wigglers that are associated with the dead insects.
You can never get bored about biodiversity in this place. And probably the best way for me to kind of relate to this is just taking a day's drive. If you start out from the coast and you're in the coastal redwood zone and you have the nurturing effects of the fog belt that have given rise to these giants in trees and some of the densest forest on Earth. And then you just go in 45 minutes inland and you are in a completely different world. You're in the red rock serpentine environment that has its own unique plant species that are playing out a whole different role on the landscape. It's a very nutrient deficient environment. Most of the trees here, in comparison to the redwoods, which are gigantic, are very stunted because there's not a lot of nutrients for them.
In addition to plant diversity and a huge expanse of wild forest lands, the Siskiyou has the highest number of wild and scenic rivers in the nation. Fish and wildlife have used these pristine rivers and ancient forests over the millennia. For all these reasons, the Klamath-Siskiyou attracts naturalists, students, and scientists by the thousands. If you want to explore the Klamath-Siskiyou for a day or series of days, there is an expert team of outdoor educators ready to lead the way. It's Siskiyou Field Institute, based at the Deer Creek Center near Selma, Oregon. All Institute courses and kids camps are taught by experienced naturalists and scientists. They guide you in birdwatching, botanizing, hiking, backpacking, and river rafting. Instructors cater to many learning styles and physical abilities, and some courses earn college credit.
We hope that everybody would want to participate in an SFI course because we have so much fun at it. But the people who tend to enjoy SFI the most are the people who have some kind of innate curiosity, especially for the natural world. Somebody who would be walking down the street in a town and say, "Now that's a really interesting pinkish rock, and I wonder why it would be pink on the inside and white on the outside."
Instructors enjoy taking you to their favorite places.
The beauty of where we're situated in the Siskiyou allows us to take a 2 or 3 day course and start one day over at the coast in the moist, humid forest and pick up all the amphibian diversity, which we have the greatest diversity of amphibians anywhere in the Pacific Northwest here in the Siskiyous. So we can pick up all that diversity, and then the second day move back over into the Illinois Valley in the dry chaparral forest kind of habitats and pick up some of the real diverse reptile communities, snakes and lizards and those kinds of things, and turtles. So we can get the entire array of species in a couple of days just by doing this transect from the coast inland. And it's a great opportunity. There aren't very many places you can do that kind of thing.
This region is basically an area of conifer diversity. It's not matched anywhere else on the globe. We have more species of conifers in this area concentrated than any other place on the planet.
When I took his course, we sat down, and for the first hour and a half, he gave us this incredible lecture on geology and plate tectonics. And that led into why you find the conifers that you find here, and where you're going to find which conifers in what part of this bioregion that has such jumbled geology.
With so mumuch plant diversity, the Klamath Siskiyou is an ideal outdoor classroom.